was like, of course. And I just see how it happens. You'll start dropping stuff, like you said, stubbing your toe. I'm like, it's just so funny to see it happen. And then you think about the moment where
Yeah.
you were like, why was I even upset? Like,
Yeah, someone says something to you that contains profound wisdom. You refuse to hear it, and you walk through the door and you bang your head, like, universe going, what the fuck, slap you upside of the head and say, listen,
yeah,
you're being told things you need to hear here. So,
yeah.
we do it all the time, brother, and we deprive ourselves of so much because we just don't listen. We have this stake in the outcome. We have this preset idea of what it should be, No, it's what it is a learning experience, and you need to. It's continuous growth. That's what it is. Doesn't matter what we think it should be. Okay, So
Okay, I'm actually gonna have fun shooting this video, and I hope you guys can hear me because of the background and the wind too. I don't even know how this probably sounds. This probably sounds wild, but welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lunar. You already know. If you're new here, you should subscribe because I'm a beast, and like now I need validation, so I need you to subscribe. But right now, I'm making a video based on a thing I talk about over and over. But man, I'm becoming like an expert at this point. So basically, let me break it down to you. Today, we're gonna get into talking about a topic that I talked about with Max again, and one that I talk about myself. And literally, I experience this shit all the time. And it's reality being an emotional mirror, but on the level of when you're not listening, it will give you a slap to the head. And I hope in the clip that I just put, because this is pre-edit, so I don't know if post-edit Jarrell did, but thumbs up future me. Communicating with the past, that's insane. Or communicating with the future, that's insane. Anyways, a weird thought in my head, but in that clip, if that was a clip, it felt so personal, and I loved it because it felt like it was affirming. It was actually just like the recent thing that happened to me where he was talking. It was like we were literally talking directly to each other, like a mirror of a mirror talking to each other. Like, look, when the universe is talking to you and you're not listening, you will get slapped upside the head. If someone's like dropping profound wisdom on you and whatever, and you're pretending, you're like, oh yeah, I'm listening, blah blah blah, and then like after the conversation, who knows, you like trip on the sidewalk or something, and you don't even realize that is connected to that moment where you weren't even listening to the profound wisdom. So to get on a little bit of track of what I still am on track, but of what I wanted to talk about recently that just happened to me. Actually, two crazy things. A beautiful soul pulled over and literally started having the most amazing metaphysical conversation with me, and he was literally just going around giving out his business card, doing his business, and dude decided to, like, that's how you know things are in alignment, because dude decided to pull up and chat it up with me. Funny enough, he was an Aquarius. If people don't know about Aquariuses, we have this wild way of understanding the world. Like, we have a unique quirk to us. I'm an Aries sun, but I'm an Aquarius ascendant. I got a lot of Aquarius in my chart, but Aquariuses have a unique way of understanding knowledge and information and spreading it, and also articulating it in a certain way. So that's kind of why I be all over the place, but we still make it connect somehow. And it's wild. Like, back to what I was talking about the universe giving you a slap upside the head. If you guys still haven't seen that interview, go and check it out. That interview was so cool. I just seen a comment on there recently that someone said like, oh, I loved your energy was so dope on it, and I appreciate that every day. This is exactly why I'm doing this, because just the stuff that I've experienced and the things that I can go through and then share it and have people resonate with it and be like, oh, I've seen this happen too. Absolutely. This is why I'm doing it, for the love of the soul, and awaken you guys up too. And it's not even me awakening, it's you guys are tuning into the frequency, so you're really just doing it yourself. But we all in this together. But biggest thing is, so after that crazy blessing happened, when the guy stopped over and everything, literally, I kid you not, what was it, maybe an hour later, we go run to a store called Ross. You guys ever been to Ross? And my girl had to drop some things back, right? So when we're outside, two clean things happen, two matrixy things happen, right? We have to cut that out. So we're sitting there, and we're just outside the store waiting for my bro to get out the store, and a girl is like drilling her mom, like it seemed like she was just being so mean to her mom, right? And I'm literally saying in my head, see, this is exactly why I just ignore the environment, because you don't even realize that the shit you're taking in from your environment could affect thoughts that you're having. Like, your thoughts are not your own because you're taking it in from others. So I said, I'm not even going to pay it any mind. And when I said that, funny enough, it stopped. But my girl was like, why do daughters and moms, or like, why is it always the relationship where like daughters and moms go at each other, right? The moment she says it, like the moment her mind is even fixated on that, they look me straight in the eye. And I was like, wow, bro. And I don't even, and funny enough, I joked with her and said that she was loud when she said it, but I don't even think she was loud. There's a collective consciousness, so when they pick it up, they look. So I was just shocked, because I was like, yo, she did not say it that loud. I really know she didn't. And they just locked complete eyes on me, and I was like, oh my God. And then they kept looking at me, but I started laughing because I felt like they knew. It kind of seemed like we were talking about them. And then when I said it to my girl, she was like, oh, I thought she didn't care what people thought. I thought this was a Matrix. And I was like, it is, but that even proves more that it is. That just had me weak. But I love that happened, because that was, again, where you place your attention, it grows. And then another thing was when we were walking to the truck, right? So this is the thing that I don't like. Me, when I'm in public, I try not to make a huge scene. I mean, I'm recording right here and people are looking at me, so it's a little bit of a scene, right? But one of the biggest things, I had a copyright, I had to probably make that a cut, but one of the things I don't like is when I'm in public and like maybe I'm with a group of people and they're trying to be too much of a scene, like they're trying to make way too much of a scene. I noticed that I'm looking at myself in the camera, and then like you guys are here, so I gotta like look directly into the camera. But one of the things I really don't like is when I'm with a group of people and just you're doing just something. I don't want to say it's being ignorant. I was about to say black people shit, but just being too loud, like trying to be the center on purpose and stuff like that. I don't really like that. I don't really like bringing too much attention to myself, because one, I'm always paying attention to my surroundings. So if somebody in your crew is being too much the life of the party, you're almost like being distracted and being pulled to that attention when you're trying to be militant and pay attention to everything going on. Not in a paranoid sort of way, but always being aware of your surroundings, just so you know, like you could be one step ahead of something that does happen. This is just how I think. It's always how I think. Aquarius shit. But biggest thing is, so I don't like when I'm with, I know like some girls like to be playful and be like, oh, don't touch me, and be joking. But there was one time where she did this, and it's like one of my it's one of my kinks, it's one of my triggers, and I still have not gotten to the root to why that triggers me, but I think it's because I don't like drawing too much attention to myself in manners like that, if like I'm being a fool. So when I especially don't like looking like I'm like hurting a female. So she was in the way of the door when I went to open the truck door, and I pulled her hips. I was like, jokingly moved her to the side, and she started like yelling or speaking loud, oh, don't touch me, take your hands off me. And then she instantly caught herself and was like, oh, I'm sorry, like I know you don't like that. And I instantly, so I tried not to react. Usually I'm 100% locked in, like I do not react to things. I'll just shake it off, because that's how I've always been. It's kind of trained, but it's like how I've always been. And the moment I sighed, the moment I went, I opened the door and get in the truck and hit my head. And that's like the universe slapping you upside the head, being like, look it, as soon as you react to that, you put out vibes in the universe that start trying to snowball. But for me, because I'm so trained, and when you start getting trained in it, like 100%, like you're training your own mind. When you're trained in it, little things that you react to and then something will happen, that happening will literally just be like a wake up, like, hey, watch your reactions, like don't get too mad. But I got upset because that's one of my triggers. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. But it doesn't get me all the time. If someone's being loud in my group or whatever, I still stay attentive to everything going on around me. But I definitely know if I react, boom, I'm bumping my head. And that's pretty much the video. So much love and moonlight to y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. And we're gonna see how the audio is on this one. All right, peace.